Good day, guys. Today I will be talking about information system. In information system, we have two keywords. The first one is information, and the second one is system. Let us first define what is an information. Information is a set of elements that are interconnected between them, and these elements can work together in order to collect the data, to process the data, to store the data, and to share the data. That is information. So what is a system? A system is a set of a structure. That structure includes specific components such as hardware, software, data, process, and people. Now let us try to analyze and discuss every single element of information system. The first one, as we've said, is the hardware. The hardware, we have to define it first of all. Hardware is anything that you can see and you can touch. For instance, this camera is an hardware. I can see it, I can touch it. This phone is an hardware. I can see it, I can touch it. This laptop is a hardware. I can see it, I can touch it. The computer or desktop, the projector or the printer, these are the hardwares as well that you can see and you can touch. The role of an hardware is to execute the instructions from the software. For instance, a software can instruct a hardware, and hardware just executes. An example of hardware, again, can be like a robot. A robot can be instructed so that it can walk, it can sit, and so on. That's the job of hardware, to be executing instructions from the software. Now, a computer system has been built up with the mindset as a human being exists. What I mean is that a human being has a brain, a human being has a heart. A computer system has also a brain. That brain, we call it as CPU, the central processing unit. The CPU is the brain of a computer. This brain is responsible for executing any instructions. Another example of a hardware is the input device or input devices. The input devices are the devices that allowing you or me to enter certain values, such as the keyboard. I can tap with my fingers, I can enter any values from the keyboard, such as a mouse, such as a scanner. These devices can allow a user to enter certain values. If I have my touch screen, it was also an input device. Okay? To input means to enter something. Output devices. The output devices, these are the devices that display something. These devices are taking something outside. An example for output devices, we have the projector, the monitor, the printer, the speakers. All these devices are helping to take something outside, to display something. Okay? So, input, entering, output, displaying, taking outside. Okay. Another also part of hardware, we have storage devices. Storage devices, these are the devices that you use, as I said, to store or to keep your data. For instance, your stick USB. For instance, your SSD or your hard drive. These devices are helping you to store your data. Let us move to software. A software is anything or something that you can't see and you can't touch, but you can use it. A software allows a computer to send instructions to the hardware and the hardware to execute the instructions from the software. Within a computer system, we have a system software. A system software includes the operating systems or an operating system. The operating system manages the hardware resources. For instance, if you want to install any application, your operating system is allowing you to install that application. Without an operating system, you cannot install any application. A second software, we have application software. When we are talking about application software, we are talking about specific programs that perform different roles or different tasks. An example of that is the word processors, databases, or web browsers. Your social media applications, these are the also part of our applications. Your TikTok, your WhatsApp, your Facebook, your YouTube, your Gmail, and so on. These are the application software. For you to install these application software, you must have an operating system within your computer system. Another type of software is called network software. The network software manages the communication between computers and network. It can link thousands of computers together. That's why you see the communication as being networked within this world, where from South Africa here, you can call someone who's in USA or any African country, or in Europe or in Asia, and so on. That is the network software that linking the entire world. The third one is the data. What is a data? In fact, a data is a raw fact and figures that can be processed. When they are processed, they come up with different forms. An example of data is a text. If you WhatsApp me right now or you email me, that text is a data. If you go to the bank, you deposit your money to the bank. The numbers, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, and so on, those numbers are part of the data as well. So it means a data can be also a number. A data can be such as an image or images or pictures. The process of converting the data is just simple. Inside of your computer or your phone, there is a converter software that converts your data as you are expecting it. When you send information to the destination, the computer system sends the information into binary code. When it comes to the destination, the software converts based on the expected output. Now, we have also within the data, we have database. Understand it? Database. We have two keywords there as well. Data and base. We've defined already what is a data. It's a raw fact and figures that can come up with different forms. The bases or databases or database. The base is the store. This is the warehouse. This is a location where you keep your data. Now let us come back to a simple definition now of databases. Databases is a set of a collection of data that is organized so that you can keep and retrieve your data. An example of database is the database management system. You can manipulate your data and you can retrieve as well your data. The fourth one, element of information system, is procedure. Often we call it procedures. Procedures are set of guidelines or policies. These are the set of security measures, security procedures, and techniques implied so that we can manage the information, we can manage the data. Within procedures, we have we can set up certain protocols where you can protect the system, as well as you can also retrieve your data. For instance, if you lose your data, how are you going to retrieve it? Okay? If you want to access the data, how are you going to do it? How are you going to manage it? So that is security procedures, where we come up with guidelines and measures to protect the system and its data, so that you can be able to access your data by putting your password and username. You can access your data, isn't it? If you go to ATM, you put your username, you will put your PIN code, you access your data. Is that correct? If you want to log in into your computer or into your phone, you put your PIN code. That is security measure or security procedure that has been employed so that you can retrieve your data, you can access your data, you can manage your data as well. There is also within procedures another aspect called backup and recovery procedures. The backup and recovery procedures is also a set of protocols to regulate or to backup data or to retrieve the data. For instance, if you lose your data, how are you going to retrieve it? So all these procedures can be implemented so that you can retrieve your data, you can find your data, you can manipulate your data. The last aspect of information system as a component is about people. People, the most difficult element that you can't manage. People can put your business down. People can elevate your business. People can push you to success or to chaos. Now you have to manage people. How are you going to manage people? Within a business, we manage people by implementing the policy so that people can comply with the policy. Once you breach the policy, that means you have to lose your work, you have to lose your job, you have to be sanctioned, you have to be taken away because you breached the policy. So the policy is in the center of human being, the center of people. The policy is in the center of users. So users must comply with the policy so that the normal procedures of the computer system, the information system, and the enterprise can be successful. Now, within people, we have different roles. We have some people who are the users like you and I, who use any devices. We have system analysts who are the professionals who analyze and design information system. We have IT specialists that dealing with computer system, dealing with network administration, dealing with database management, and so on. All these people must be managed by implementing the policy. So the policy must be in the center of information system so that we can comply with hardware, software, data, procedures, and people can comply also with it. Thank you so much for watching my program.